Pretty much everyone online is telling you essentially the same thing. You need to upgrade your gear. You need the latest mirrorless camera. You need the fastest autofocus or the sharpest lens. But the truth is, upgrading your camera isn't going to magically make your work better. In fact, some might argue that constantly chasing the new gear could actually hold back your creativity. So today I'm going to break down why you don't need to upgrade your camera, how to get the most out of the gear you already own, and when an upgrade actually makes sense. What's going on, guys? My name is Alex Ruff and welcome back to the channel. If you haven't been here before, then I hope you like it. Stay tuned. I'm going to share some cool stuff with you today. So camera companies, they market their upgrades like they're selling superpowers. Every year it's like new autofocus, better low light capabilities, faster, whatever, higher ISO, friggin' more megapixels, because we all need all of the megapixels. It's ridiculous. And don't get me wrong, the technology is incredible. It's amazing how far we've come in cameras and pretty much every other aspect of tech, and being able to get all the megapixels and the low light capabilities. That's all cool. But the thing is, none of that is actually gonna improve your photography. It can help in the improvement of it, but it won't inherently improve your photography. Does that make any sense? I mean, I've seen people with entry-level DSLRs and like kit lenses blowing away people that've got like $5,000 setups. Why? Knowledge, skill, practice. They know how to use what they already have. I mean, okay, let's take me for example. Not to say that my work is blowing anybody else's out of the water, but I'm using some pretty prehistoric gear. I've got a sorry about that. I don't know why I have an alarm set for 12:15 in the morning, but I'm using a 5D Mark IV, which was a camera released back in 2016. And one of my favorite lenses is a 70-200 f2.8 IS version 2. This came out in 2010. And another one of my most used lenses is this one here. This is the 24-70 2.8 version 1. This came out in 2002. That's 22 years ago. This is probably older than some of you guys watching, and I still make great work. I mean, call it what you want, to each their own. You can judge it. Follow me on Instagram, but I mean, people love my work. They don't complain about it. They pay me for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm making good quality work with old gear because I know how to use it. Not to say that I don't want new gear, but new gear is expensive, and I haven't felt the need to upgrade. All this stuff that I have is doing me just. I mean, I'm filming on a 6D Mark II for Pete's sake. I mean, it's an old camera, but I think this looks pretty good. It looks solid. I've got nice lighting. I've got it all set up. It's a solid setup. At the end of the day, photography really is about like composition, lighting, and storytelling. The camera itself is just a box that records the light. And if you can't control light or understand exposure, if you can't frame a compelling subject, no amount of megapixels is gonna help. And now that's not to say that gear doesn't matter. I know that's the big question online. Everybody's talking about, does gear matter? Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. This and that, whatever. That's not what I'm trying to get at here. Gear matters. 1000% gear matters. Just not in the way that a lot of people think it does. You don't need to get the new stuff. The thing is, there's a word for this. It's called GAS, and it stands for Gear Acquisition Syndrome. And I got gas. I got it. Believe me, I'm guilty of this too. But the thing is, it's a trap. At some point, you start believing that the only thing holding you back from the best photo you can possibly produce is getting that next camera or that next lens. You think, once I get the camera, once I upgrade, once I buy that 2.8 lens or that 1.4 lens or that L lens or whatever the case is, then my work is going to be good. Then people will start to like my photos. Then people will follow me on social media. Then I'll get paid. But that's not the case. Trust me, guys. People have literally asked me, what's a good camera for vlogging? And I'm like, dude, use your phone. Like, you haven't even made a video. Start. Learn how to do it first before you decide to start upgrading gear, buying your first camera. Just start doing the thing. Because what happens is you'll go out and you'll spend potentially thousands of dollars on a new camera body, and you'll make the same type of photos with really no improvement. And then slowly you'll start to realize nothing's changed. And then you're back to searching online for the next fix. The cycle just kind of keeps going. You're like, all right, I got this camera and I got these better photos, allegedly, but now there's a new camera out. And that's the camera that's gonna really take my photography to the next level. But that next level, really, you're only gonna get there through practice and knowledge. So look up some tutorials and start practicing. Do things outside of your comfort zone. push your ISO higher than you're comfortable with, because modern cameras are much more capable than you realize. And when I say modern, I mean anything within like the last 10 years or so. Even experiment with manual focus. You know, sometimes that'll help you slow down and really see the subject, really understand what it is that you're doing. Look for the foreground elements, the background elements. What is it that you want to have in focus? What should your aperture be? Autofocus is fun and easy, and I use it 99% of the time. But every now and then, I'll switch into manual focus, typically for video, but I'll do it, and I'll just see where it gets me. Another big one is learn to use natural light creatively. You know, shoot silhouettes, you know, backlight your subject. Don't just let the sun blast your subject in the face and leave you with flat, you know, faces with no shadows or depth or contrast. Find the light and play with it. But more importantly, play with the shadows. And also, this one might be a little controversial, but post-production. I know some people are like purists and they're like, you know, you're not supposed to Photoshop or you're not supposed to crop or whatever the case is, but it's 2025, guys. And if you know how to edit, if you know how to use Lightroom and Photoshop, then you can take a mediocre photo and turn it into something amazing. At the end of the day, it's all art, if you will. You know, it's all your creation. It doesn't matter if you have to push around a couple of pixels, as long as it's something that you're proud of, and more importantly, something that you like. Who cares how many layer masks or gradients you added onto it? Does it look nice? Is it a good photo? Whether you got it in camera or in post-production, is it a good photo? Now, if you want to be a purist, follow all those other things and just leave that last part out. You know what I'm saying? But if not, it's fine. I'm filming a video. Can you wait till I'm done? Yeah. No. I'm interested. I want to try it. I'm almost done. Give me like 5 or 10 minutes. All right. Now, with all that being said, don't get me wrong, upgrading can be worth it, but don't just upgrade because you're bored or because something, you know, there's this new shiny thing that caught your attention. Upgrade because your gear is maybe limiting you in some way. If your camera physically can't handle the type of work that you're doing, maybe it's time for an upgrade. If you're shooting sports, for example, then maybe something like a really fast autofocus is important to you. Maybe you need a faster lens so you can get down to that 2.8 or that 1.4 to let more light in to be able to upgrade up your shutter speed that much more. Or if your camera is unreliable, obviously, then it's time to get something that isn't going to let you down. You can't be in the middle of a paid job and for whatever reason have your camera just stop working. So if that's the case, then maybe it's time for an upgrade. But upgrading for the sake of, you know, just new specs or, you know, more megapixels or whatever, that's not going to move the needle. At the end of the day, the best upgrade you can make isn't going to be your camera. It's your skills, your creativity, and your ability to tell a story. So before you hit buy now on that shiny new camera, really ask yourself, do I need a new camera? Is it time for an upgrade? Or am I just looking for a shortcut? But hey, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I just don't think you need a fancy new camera to be a great photographer. I say just start creating something dope with what's already in your hands. Or more importantly, create something bad and then do it again and again and again. And eventually it's gonna get better. And by that time, maybe you'll have a better understanding of, you know, when you should be upgrading your camera or not. Again, I've bought a lot of stuff in my day, a lot of stuff that I don't need. So, you know, we all have our journeys. We all have gas. You know, if you're in this industry in some way or another, whether as a hobbyist or professional, you're probably buying way too much gear, and that's just the way it is. That's the game we play, guys. So it is what it is. But yeah, if you found this video helpful or informative, be sure to hit that like button and consider subscribing. And let me know in the comments, what's the oldest camera you've shot with or are still shooting with and still getting great results? And that being said, in this video, we only covered like cameras and lenses. Maybe I'll make another one and we'll talk about like lights and modifiers and things like that, because that's a whole nother world of gas. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.